Hello, and this is another energy predictions check. We want to see if the things that I have predicted today and over the last few days have come true. The first thing that I found here is I talked about immigration, I talked about scams and escorts today. Okay, earlier today I found this article, okay, about a scam victim duped by fake airport escort intercepted at NAIA. Okay. I also found this article here about an Army dropped second conference game in hard fought contest against Boston. This article here comes from today's energy predictions, as I talked about things being dropped, things fallen, and contests. Also, something that I predicted. Remember, I said, why am I getting something about cake? Who knew? Okay. So apparently there was a life-sized cake that was created, and that's making headlines in the news today. And so there's a lot of energy or has been about cake, and here we go. I was like, what's significant about cake? And so they found a way to make cake significant in the news today. Okay, also significant about cake today is daughter-in-law of a woman who baked a Christmas cake was arrested. Okay, the cake supposedly killed 3 people, and I said supposedly, allegedly, but yeah, it if she was arrested, then it's quite possible. Okay. Also, here's that cake again. Oakland County Bakery creates 6-foot tall cake to celebrate Detroit Lions. Now, remember I was telling you a couple of days ago that I was getting something about a lion, like lions and elephants. I didn't connect the dots, but I found a couple of articles about lions and elephants and trees and elephants. Okay. So, okay, here we go. So I'm a day late and $1 short on this one. Okay. Remember today I was telling you about something coming in about ice, not just the snow. The snow is part of the energy. Ice is a part of the energy. Okay. So ice on the roads, people with ice in their names. And specifically, I said iced tea. I said ice spice. I said ice cube, and I said vanilla ice. I found articles on pretty much all of them except vanilla ice. Okay, so iced tea had there's a video of iced tea in the media that he's having a confrontation with the cop. Okay, and so that's a video that's circling around. And today we talked about audios and videos in the predictions. Okay, coming to the light. Another video that came to the light today and has been coming into the light over the last few days is this one here about Ice Spice. Okay. So apparently she showed up late. Okay. I think it was like 20 minutes late or so to an event and so yeah. And look, this article says close to the end of her career. Close to the end of her career. Okay, she was booed off stage. Okay, so there's actual video from that, but you can go read this article at Soap Central. All right, so here's Ice Cube. Okay, Ice Cube. See, Ice Cube. He said, "Okay, I'm going to make sure I'm putting out positivity." Okay. Okay, so he's making headlines. Okay, you never retire from being a baller. Baller, shot caller. That ain't his song, I don't think, but still. But Ice Cube on why and how he recruits NBA stars, et cetera, et cetera. I didn't read the article, but you can go read the article at Baseball Network. Okay. I also told you today about um wrestling. I was picking up energy about wrestling and fights, right? So here's another article here about Seth Rollins um explains why um explains the root of his issues with CM Punk, says their match will be a fight. There's also another article here about a fight having to do with wrestling. You have Athena and Theclas, shocking post-match fight, okay, that they say you need to see. All right. So also Boston police warning residents of overdue parking ticket fee scams. Now, I did predict that there was going to be something that coming up about tickets and scams, okay? I thought it was going to be a ticket to scams related to tickets to events, but and those may still be the case, okay? Super Bowl is coming up, and so yeah, you know, we're gonna see a lot of forgery and fraud, okay? Okay, I also talked about today money and lottery tickets. I said that the energy today entailed money, and it had a lot to do with money and lottery tickets as well. And so, man wins Powerball lottery prize based on numbers from Hole in One. Okay, you can see that article at golf.com. All right, here's another article that you might find interesting about the lottery. Okay, Powerball winning numbers for January 4th drawing, 200 million up for grabs. I think somebody has won this money and they might not know they have won it yet. Okay, so all right, so you remember I think it was the day before yesterday, okay, or yesterday, I told you I was getting something in about an eye, okay, and I said there's going to be new technology about eye, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Well, all of the above has occurred, okay. We were getting a lot of energy for the for the daily predictions, okay. Conquered mom seeking help after accidentally gluing her eyes shut. Hearts go out to her at this time. She said that she thought they were eye drops, and come to find out it was not eye drops that she was putting in her eyes. It was super glue. Okay. Here's another eye article. Groundbreaking eye transplantation project unites top experts from Pittsburgh and beyond. Okay. Another eye article that came in is family raising $3 million to cure son's rare eye disease. All right. So a lot of eye news that occurred. So that prediction that I predicted did come true. Okay, now here's something that a lot of people need to know, especially like me, okay? Because those of you who've considered taking Ozempic for weight loss or for whatever reason, there's another study. Now, this gets me that they're saying another study, which means that there are multiple studies that links Ozempic to a rare eye condition that can cause vision loss. Okay, so you can read more on this article from Verywell Health. Okay. All right, so more about the eyes. Eyes. I told you the energy for the other day was a lot about the eyes. I was getting a lot of eye energy coming in. Okay, so drop in tip, poor air quality leads to rise in eye infections. All right, this is Times of India. You can find that article. Okay, Igenics reviews update January 2025. All right. And so basically, they're saying that the eye health formula is exposed. Okay. Retail dive. Okay. You might find this article useful. Okay. Elon Musk calls for Nigel Farage to be replaced as Reform UK leader. Today's energy was about leadership as well as substitution. So replacement and substitution go hand in hand. So I would say that my prediction came true. Okay. All right. So here's another interesting article that I found. The New Orleans attacker visited the city weeks earlier and recorded video on Meta smart glasses, officials say. Now, remember, I told you a lot. We were going to be hearing a lot about videos coming up and a lot more being disclosed, okay? Obviously. All right. I've been picking up energy on Vans, okay? I haven't found the article that that ties what I was feeling to it, but I found a lot of articles on Vans, okay? Not the actual Vans, but Vans in the name, okay? Um Van, what is that? Austin? Police seek help identifying person of interest in vehicle theft. This is significant because the reason why this is significant is because I talked about identification. Identification, so that is why this is significant, all right? Also, Biden signs bill to increase Social Security benefits for millions of public workers. I told you that over the course of the next few days, a couple of days ago, that we will be hearing more about bills coming up, okay? Bills being signed, okay? And also workers. Remember, I was telling you about workers, okay? I was getting more of workers going on strike, though, and I'm still sticking to that, okay? I'm still sticking to that, okay? Yesterday's energy had a lot to do with arts, okay? And so today, it's only fitting that we have Van Weasel performing arts hall reopens, okay? Also I was getting a lot in the daily energy about narcotics and police informants. Today I got hits on methamphetamines and different stuff like that. So narcotics is really prominent in the daily energy here. That was today and that was yesterday as well. Okay. Um let's see. Businesses now required to disclose greenhouse gas emissions. So you know how I kept saying something about gas. Gas. It's going to be gassy. And yes, indeed, it has been gassy. Um, a lot of gassy. And then so today I talked about there was going to be news on gas leaks, and I said I was getting something about leaks and tying gas that I've been getting over the last few days. SUV crash causes overnight gas leak in Forest Acres. Situation now resolved. Good for them. Hearts go out to those that were affected by that. You can find that on WLTX. Okay. Evacuations order lifted after gas leak in San Francisco. 2 children among 5 people taken to hospitals following carbon monoxide leak at a hotel. Okay. You can read more about that at people.com. Gas leak in downtown New Plymouth from KTVB. Okay. Now, today's energy, we talked about Iraq. Okay. Iraq, and I was like, I don't know. But anyway, so this comes in at Rock and Roll Hall of Fame guitarist Carlos Santana has announced the postponement of his upcoming Las Vegas residency after breaking his finger doing a hard fall at his vacation home in Kauai. Okay. The reason why that is significant is because today I predicted that there would be falls, okay? News regarding falls. And there we go, okay? And I also said rock, okay? All right, so What is that? Miblitas nonprofit awarded Rotary Foundation grant. Okay, more grants coming in. You can read more about that at the Mercury News. A soldier who blew up Tesla had PTSD, said U.S. headed for collapse. Police say. Okay, the New York Times, you can read that article. Now, here's the thing. I said that we were going to hear more about PTSD. Did I not? I said that there was going to be a collapse today. There's going to be more about collapse. All right. So this is only one article. Let's go to the next. The next, okay, we have balcony collapse in the French Quarter, NOFD on the scene. Okay. And that was earlier on today. Don't pay attention to the times that are on my screen. These are just times that I collected my photos, okay? Social order in Gaza will collapse if Israel ends cooperation with UN aid agency, officials say, okay? California man charged with murder in Wyndham bar stabbing. Remember the other day I was talking about bars and drinking. I want to say that was yesterday, and then I kept telling you I'm getting something about stab, giving something about stab. This is only one article, but this was the daily energy, and this energy, stabbing energy, has been here for the last few days, so it's getting ready to fade out. 18-year-old charged in fatal stabbing of 19-year-old in Brockton. Okay, you can read more about that and at Enterprise News. Woman stabbed to death in Okolana. 50-year-old was arrested with that. WLKY. Two hospitalized after stabbing attack at Orange County bar. You see how you see stabbings and bars. That's why I told you, make sure you be home at a decent hour. I wouldn't go up on it. I wouldn't go up. What did I say? Don't go up on a Sunday, actually. But hearts go out to those that were affected and involved in that. Okay, search underway for missing 10-year-old girl in Clark Fork, Idaho. Remember, I was telling you that I was getting something coming in about Idaho, and I kept getting something about Fork. And I associated with the Fork stabbing, but I'm still sticking to that, okay? But a lot of Fork in the energy, okay? But this issue has been resolved. The girl was found in the snow. The missing Clark Fork child was found in the snowstorm, okay? So hearts go out. Now, I got this article wrong, okay? I got this prediction a little wrong. I was getting something about salmon and trout. Nonetheless, the other day I was getting something about fish, and I was telling you we were going to hear more about fish in the news, okay? But I was specifically saying salmon and trout, okay? But sushi restaurants fork out $1.3 million for motorbike-sized tuna at auction in Tokyo, okay? All right, you can read more about that at The Garden. Now, I told you that there was going to be farts and funky smells being talked about in the news. Okay, so Hakeem Jeffries promises to fart hard for freedom while addressing Congress. Okay, you can find that article on multiple different sites, but I specifically want to credit Yahoo for that information. Okay. Huge fire at chemical manufacturer firm in whatever that is. You can read more about. You can watch that video on NDTV. Okay, what is that? Maharashtra News. Okay, Maharashtra. That must be overseas somewhere because I can't pronounce that. All right. Well, if it was here, I probably couldn't pronounce it either. But that's okay. This is the article I wanted to get to because I didn't think I was going to find something like this. But you remember I said something about elephants and trees. So here we go. Here, elephants and trees. I didn't think it was going to happen, but it did. Okay. I made this prediction a couple of days ago. Okay. It's Christmas trees for elephants as unsold trees are fed to the animals at the Berlin Zoo. Okay, you can find that more on that at AP News. Spanish tourists gored to death while bathing elephant in Thailand. Okay. Hearts go out to her family at this time, and she was also with her significant other at that time as well. So hearts go out to him. Young boy found alive after spending 5 days surrounded by lions and elephants in a game park. Remember, I kept telling you about that energy. I said I kept getting lions. I was picking up on something about lions. I was picking up on something about elephants. And I did say a young boy, but here's the thing. I didn't say just about a young boy. I said a young boy and a girl. So I'm wondering if this young boy was alone or if he was with someone else at that time. All right. So there was also a freight train that collapsed into a river today. Okay, well, I don't know if it happened today, but you can find out by going to read the article on the Oregon Public Broadcast. Okay, Austrian chancellor to resign after coalition talks collapse. Okay, all right, let's see. Police reports narcotics investigation and multiple assaults reported in Killeen. You can read that at the Killeen Daily Herald. ICE reported overhead in trees across Texas County, the latest on the storm. Okay. All right, my friends. Well, hearts go out to you at this time, and you take care of yourselves and each other. Bye bye.